Hello gamers! My name is Michael and I'm here playing Mutant Uprising. It's a flash game on a website called GameShed. I'll post a link in the description. So let's have a look. Your name is Rick, an unemployed 20-something who lives alone in a one-bedroom house. After a busy morning getting rejected for job interviews, you sit down to watch the news. The newscaster is speaking in a panicked tone, which you think is quite unprofessional. Your eyes widen as you hear what he is saying. There has been some kind of disease outbreak. People are mutating in horrible ways and killing anyone who hasn't been infected. Your bowels tighten as you realise this could be the apocalypse. Right. Let's have a look then, shall I? Oh. Suddenly there is loud knocking at the door. You almost jump out of your skin. Your heart is pounding. Unfortunately, you haven't crapped yourself yet. Nice. The knocking continues loudly. I can't say that word for some reason. What do you do? Fling the door open and greet whoever is with a welcome. Go upstairs, lock the door, so who's knocking. You look down the doorstep from an upstairs bedroom and see Mrs. Miggins, your elderly next door neighbour. She's beating on the door with both fists. Jeez, I can't read today. Seemingly trying to break her way in. You are confused as to why she is acting this way until you notice there is some kind of yellow goo dripping from her mouth. Dribbling. Jesus! She's clearly one of the infected people that TV report was talking about. Okay, I didn't go answer the door then. Go to the kitchen and find something there to deal with her. Go downstairs and panic. Jump out the window and try to land on her. Let's go to the kitchen and get something. You run into the kitchen, then realise this possibly wasn't the best idea in the world. The only way out is back the way you came, and Mr. Miggins is already standing in the doorway. Pick up a kitchen knife, cut the bitch's head off, get a raw bloody hunk of meat from the fridge and offer it to her, beat the crap out of her. Get a kitchen knife. You pick up a knife with a long sharpened blade. Mrs. Miggins moves towards you and lets out a huskily growl. Carefully, to avoid the acidic bile spewing from her mouth, you lash out at her neck and land a mighty blow. A large gash appears in her throat and she falls to the floor. You run over her fallen body and start hacking at her throat like a man possessed. You scream, "Die, die, die!" as blood spurts all over the kitchen and splashes across your face. Eventually, you regain control of your senses. Mrs. Miggins' decapitated head is lying on the floor. You drop the knife in horror. You didn't realise you were capable of such brutality. Still shaking, you decide to get the hell out of there. Brutality. So I guess this is just a story game. You head out of your house, only pausing to pick up a rucksack from your shed. You have a feeling it will come in handy. You need to find somewhere to hide out. Where do you go? Open countryside. You don't have a car or anything means of transport. You were unable to afford it, seeing as you are unemployed. What's that? How were you able to afford a house if you couldn't afford a car? You won it in a raffle. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, you are soon becoming tired and realise you won't make much headway like this. Luckily, there is a farm nearby. Head over to the farm. Oh. As you near your destination, you hear an array of strange and disturbing noises. There is a low, guttural moan coming from the farmhouse, and the cattle is out back, making sounds unlike any of you have ever heard before. Get out of there and go to the town centre. Go straight to the farmhouse. Go and see the moo cows. Go and see the moo cows. Everyone likes moo cows. Get straight over to the cattle pens. The cows are making noises you couldn't even imagine in your wildest nightmares. When you see the cattle themselves, you instantly vomit up your breakfast. The animals have hideous scars and welts across their bones, and many of them appear to have been turned into the... Oh! Well, that sucks. Well, I don't like moo cows anymore. Let's go to the town centre instead. Enter the town centre and terrified. But what you see, mutants are everywhere. They are killing people left, right and centre. Hideous freaks, worse than in any horror movie you have ever seen. Are literally tearing people apart and eating the goo that comes out. If you don't act quickly, you will join the long list of victims. Try to sneak from carnage without being noticed. Panic and start running away like a muppet. Hide in a pile of bin bags. Turning quickly, you dive into a stinking pile of rubbish and try to conceal yourself as best you can. You have never encountered such a stench, but it seems to be a fairly safe place to be. It is hidden down an alley, and most of the carnage is coming on in the main street. You wait till nightfall before leaving the hiding place. An eerie silence has fallen upon the town. More importantly, you're hungry. As you head back into the town centre, your empty stomach lurches at the sight you come across. The main street is strewn with bodies. None of them appear to be moving. To avoid the bodies, who knows what they are. It takes a little longer, but you're going to risk your life unnecessarily. You are hungry, so decide to go to the supermarket and get some grub. As you approach, you see the lights are still on, and there are several people inside. Just as you enter, however, you realise that every single one of them is a mutant. Grab a shopping trolley. Shopping trolley proves to be a useful weapon as you use it to barge mutants out of the way and get through to the food. You see a stack of baked beans on special offer and charge straight at it. Several cans fall into the trolley. Yay, I got baked beans! Woo! Happy with your spoils of war, you head straight out to the supermarket and start transferring as many of the cans as you can into your backpack. Mutants from the supermarket have seen you leave and are giving chase. You run as fast as you can. Where do you go away? Let's do this. Oh, this works surprisingly well. You imagine the sound of skittles crashing, scattering as the trolley knocks the mutant down. Your actions give you enough time to get away. See, I'm just really smart, mate. In need of somewhere safe to hide out, you decide the police station may be the safe. After all, there'll probably be weapons inside. You reach the station and pause. What is the best way in? Sneak through the back. As you sneak in through the back entrance, you disturb a stack of papers that slide onto the floor. You curse your clumsiness, then almost crap yourself as a gun is pointed square at your head. It's the police chief, whose nerves are clearly shot. Who the hell are you? You're one of them, aren't you? You're one of them, he cries. Strip off to show him you're not a mutant. Try and talk him down. Strip off. You plead with the police officer not to shoot you, desperately trying to convince him you are not a mutant. He does not believe you, and his finger is itching dangerously close to the trigger. There is only one course of action available to you. You start taking off all your clothes. The police chief looks in astonishment as you strip, all the while telling him, "Look, no mutated body parts here." He only snaps back to reality after you take it all. "Take your pants off." "Oh God, my eyes," he screams. "Put your clothes back on, you idiot." Despite the rather strange way that you met, you soon start chatting about the day's events. It's clear that the police chief's nerves are totally shot and he seems to be on the brink of losing it. Great. It's now getting quite late at night. You tell the police chief that you will stand guard so he can get some much needed rest. He eventually falls asleep. Well, I'm going to end it on after this one, because I ain't got a lot of time left. Which one should we pick? He's obviously insane. Shoot him. You decide the guy's nuts are the best thing to do. Oh! Oh well. Well, like, favourite, subscribe, all that. If you want me to keep playing, I'm just gonna play it anyway. And catch you later. Bye.